Kick your pretty feet up on my dash. No need to go.
In premature ovarian failure. I'm 1 month away from being post-menopause, 14 years before my time. And it has been a whirlwind of stress, lots of anxiety, lots of tears, not knowing why. And it seems to be that in the last 2 years, I've seen several doctors, several specialists, and in turn, that led me to researching why. Like, why did this happen to me? I'm not ready for it. I thought I had 14 more years to prepare, and all my research keeps leading me back to chemical toxicities. So if you have watched my very first live video, which was a switch and ditch, where I showed all the chemical products that I had in my home that I was gratefully tossing into the garbage, there's no doubt in my mind that all of that was a contributing factor to why I'm sitting here today. So I decided to do a little bit more research this morning, and the things that I found I really wanted to share with all you guys, but I thought it would be the norm, a long dragged out post, and I think the intensity behind what I want to share with you would better serve you if I just spoke to you one-on-one, authentically and transparently. So I wanted to talk a little bit about cancer first and foremost. Oops, I'm not sure what happened there. Did you know that cancer is the second cause of death in the U.S.? 1,600 people die every single day from cancer in the U.S. 1,600 people every day. 1 in 3 cases in the U.S. are directly linked to poor diet, physical inactivity, or chemical exposure. The American Cancer Society says only 5 to 10% of all cancers come from genetic defects. So let that resonate for a second. Only 5 to 10% come from genetics. So that means the other 90 to 95% is under our control. It's things that we can prevent, things that we can do to help aid in our wellness and keep maintaining that. It's what we're allowing in our home that is creating that. The National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health studied 2,983 ingredients in our products at home. In that, they found that 884 had toxic components in it. 884. 314 of those caused biological mutations, and 218 of those cause reproductive issues. I'm telling you, I probably had 60 products in my home, and if there's 218 of them were causing reproductive issues, that is my issue. That is what I'm struggling with right now. And that is multiplied by the amount of products that we use in our home on a daily basis. It's just mind-blowing. Like, I'm mind blown. 778 of those products are toxic to the human body. 778. 146 of those ingredients they knew caused cancer tumors, but they were still allowed in the US, even though they were banned in other countries. So we're having products on our shelves in our grocery stores that we are purchasing, throwing in our baskets, that are known to cause cancer tumors, and yet they are still sold. They're still sold. We are dousing our homes in them. We're killing ourselves. We're killing ourselves. It's just crazy. Many of these chemicals are in our common cleaning supplies, things that may be in your home right now. They were in my home. Blowing. Like I'm mind blown. 778 of those products are toxic to the human body. 778. 146 of those ingredients they knew caused cancer tumors, but they were still allowed in the US, even though they were banned in other countries. So we're having products on our shelves in our grocery stores that we are purchasing, throwing in our baskets, that are known to cause cancer tumors, and yet they are still sold. They're still sold. We are dousing our homes in them. We're killing ourselves. We're killing ourselves. It's just crazy. Many of these chemicals are in our common cleaning supplies, things that may be in your home right now. They were in my home. Yes, even organic cleaners have them. I have done a lot of research on what I thought was organic products, and blown away, just blown away by them. I don't know if I can name them on Facebook Live, but if you do your research, you will be quite shocked at the products that are advertised on a daily basis as being organic, yet they are laden with toxic carcinogens. So back to our cleaners. Did you know that, did you know that just 26 seconds after a chemical exposure, chemicals are found in measurable amounts in the human body? So taking your window sprayer and spraying your windows, I mean, that's coming out as a mist. You're inhaling those tiny little particles. Within 26 seconds of cleaning your mirror, your body can be found with measurable amounts of chemical toxicities. And that's only one product. That's one product. I mean, we mist our house with fresheners, plug-ins, your furniture polish. There's an insurmountable amount. The average woman applies 300 chemicals to her body every single day. And 80 of those chemicals are applied before breakfast alone. Before breakfast alone. I'm sure I applied 100 chemicals 7 months ago. I mean, if you refer back to my first video, I threw out a lot of personal care products. A lot of toxic personal care products. The top 10 most dangerous chemicals in our homes include air fresheners, plug-ins, candles, chemical cleaning products, dishwasher soaps, beauty supplies and personal care products, hairspray, shampoo, deodorant. Deodorant is a huge one. Do you know that deodorant it's known to have aluminum in it? And we're lathering that on our lymph nodes every day, sometimes twice a day, depending on what kind of activity you've had, for 70 years. Aluminum has been directly linked to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So that leads me to, if these are the products that we're using and we're being misinformed about, you might not know that the issue you're creating right now is going to be your future demise. or your children or your grandchildren. There's no telling that my issue right now came from the products that I used 5 years ago. It could have been 15 years ago. We've done that for years. It's just crazy. It's really crazy. And this information is out there. You guys need to be informed and make proper choices. Do you know, I watched a documentary where they had tested the umbilical cord of a newborn baby still in his or her mom's womb. So it had never even taken a breath of air yet. And it was found to already have 35 chemical toxicities in it. That's our newborn babies. And if you think for 1 second that the baby products that are out there on the shelves right now, that we are lathering our most precious babies, our most precious things in the world, we're lathering them in chemicals. Anyways, I want to say what the #1 chemical toxicity is, and it's in all of our homes. Laundry soap and fabric softener. Laundry soap and fabric softener. The other night I was lying in bed watching TV and a commercial came on, and it was about a laundry soap brand and how they were, sorry, I don't know why that keeps doing that. They were rebranding their packaging because they were talking about how it's super dangerous to our children, and the whole commercial was about how we want to make this packaging safe so that your children don't ingest it or eat it. Duh! Are you kidding me? You want to fix the bag that's holding the chemical toxicities that we're going to wash our clothing in for our children and place on their bodies? God, it's just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. We're using these products, these fabric softeners and laundry soaps, and we're washing our clothing in them, and we're hanging that up in our closet where it is outgassing in your closet all day long. And then you're putting that on your largest organ, your skin. Your skin. If you think for a second it's not harming you, it is harming you. I'm telling you, it's harming you. There are 100,000 chemicals on the market today. 100,000 chemicals. These chemicals have not had any safety testing. Of the chemicals that have been safety tested, warning labels are only required. So warning labels are only required if 50% or higher of the animals that they were tested on died. So I see 2 issues with that. 2 issues. We're testing these chemicals on our animals, and they're having to die before it's labeled as such. It's just crazy. The manufacturers are protected under laws that allow them to keep their ingredients secret. It's the same thing as the word fragrance. Research the word fragrance. It's an umbrella term that actually hides thousands, if not more, of chemical toxicities. It is a word used to entice you to purchase the products that are actually killing you or making you sick or giving cancer. I'm telling you right now, in the last 2 years, in the 2 years that I've been going through what I've been going through, and I was sent to a cancer clinic also for cancer genetic testing. I had 2 family members die of cancer. One was my brother, and 6 months later, my uncle. My sister, who's 3.5 years older than me, is a cancer survivor. Not from a genetic cancer. It wasn't from a genetic cancer. Anyways, I know that if the labeling was done on the packages of the chemicals and products that we're purchasing, and there is no doubt I or you as a mother would not lather our babies in it if it was there for us to read. We wouldn't. We wouldn't be lathering our babies in it. I mean, that is one of the biggest sellers. It's commercialized over and over again about buy this soothing baby lotion to rub all over your brand new baby, which is undoubtedly going to hurt them. There's no There's no doubt about it. Since the 1940s, get this, since the 1940s, prostate cancer is up by 200%. 200%. Thyroid cancer is up by 155%. Brain cancer up by 70%. The Cancer Society today estimates a rise in cancer by 55% by 2020. And you and I and everybody else can take a stance. We can force their hands by not purchasing the products that are killing us. They're killing us. They're making us sick. I am struggling. I have struggled for 2 years in my own issues. That's why I post what I post. That's why I share how I share. It's why I blog. If for no other reason, my story can save just one woman, one child, one whatever from making the mistakes that I have, then it's all worth it. It's all worth it. It's worth stepping through this fear right now. To be live on a video for you guys, it's worth the hours I'm putting in to researching. If I can save one person, it's worth it. Is the very reason why I found Young Living. It's why I'm passionate about their products. I've done the research on their products. I'm using their products. They are in every ounce of my home because they're chemical free and they work and they were what God intended. They're from Mother Earth. They're from the earth. I don't know. I don't really have a closing statement for you guys. I just hope that maybe my transparency in sharing this video with you today is enough to give you the nudge to really pay attention to the products that you're bringing in your home and the products that you're using. If you do nothing else, pick your most favorite product and take an ingredient off the back of it and research that. Just research that. You might not be feeling sick today, but you will one day. And you can change all of that just by stopping. There is alternatives, healthier, better alternatives. So with that, I'll thank you guys all for giving me your support and your hearts and thumbs up, and you know, for all the inboxes that you do on the posts that I make. I truly do appreciate it. So good luck and do your research. Thanks, everyone.
Lay on back and relax. Kick your pretty feet up on my dash. No need to go no